So snacking bars, the ultimate grab and go product. With a handmade snacking bar, people would definitely pay more money, and they would definitely pay more money if it's got chocolate in there. So with snack and go products, would you believe that 64% of consumers by independent research indicate would buy a chocolate snack with a hot chocolate drink? So first of all, we need obviously any shape bar mould, and we just need to make sure it's absolutely perfectly clean, because often we get dried watermarks or finger marks on the bar mould. So the next thing we need to do is make sure the mould isn't too cold. So I'm going to pre-warm the mould with a heat gun, and the heat of the mould should actually be 2 or 4 degrees lower than your tempered chocolate. So in my melter here, I've got some pre-crystallised 823 milk chocolate from Callebaut. I'm going to first of all pre-brush the mould with a pastry brush. So I'm just making sure I cover the whole surface of the mould first with the chocolate to avoid air bubbles. So once I'm happy the whole surface is covered with chocolate, I'm just going to scrape off the excess, and now we can fill the mould. So I now need to vibrate the mould to make sure I get rid of any air bubbles that have been stirred in the chocolate. Last thing is just to totally scrape off the excess chocolate. So while the chocolate's still wet, I'm actually going to sprinkle on some Callebaut salted crisp pearls, which are fantastic. They're little spheres of cereal surrounded by pan chocolate, and they add a lovely crunch to your chocolate bar. So now for cooling. So these bars need to go in a temperature about 12 degrees for about 1 hour, and then they'll be ready to demould and serve. So we've made the perfect chocolate bar. So now we're going to do more of a snacking intricate bar. So on shelling this time, you can see I've actually turned the mould upside down. So what I'm aiming to do is create a little edge all the way round each section, so it kind of seals well when we finish the product. For our caramel popcorn snacking bar, we're going to make a very simple caramel, a direct caramel with the sugar, just with the whipping cream, and lastly some butter. So to complete the caramel popcorn snacking bar, I'm now going to pipe chocolate to seal all those delicious popcorn and crisp pearls in. And then we're going to decorate again with salted crisp pearls. You can do it plain, or you can actually add some creative powder from IBC. So there we have our finished caramel popcorn bar. So not everybody has moulds, because they're expensive, so you can easily make a nice caramel bar without using moulds. So I've got here a full-sided tray. At the bottom of the tray I do have some clear plastic, but you could actually use greaseproof paper. And you can see here I've got a whole selection of different sprinkles. My last addition is going to be some nice Callebaut cocoa nibs to give that extra little hint of chocolate on eating. So this is our caramel 4 hours later. You can see it's set nice and firm. Now, just before I cut it, I've actually put a layer of chocolate on the base. This is to prevent the dipping fork sticking and making it easy to remove on hand dipping. So we've got the chocolate layer, caramel, and our pieces. So I'm going to place that into my pre-crystallised chocolate. While the piece is still wet, then we need to immediately sprinkle it with any pieces of dried fruit or mousse or anything inside our bar already, so it matches the centre. So there you can see our lovely handmade caramel bar ready for on the go. And popcorn, what a fantastic versatile evening snack to share. So we've got some popcorn here that we popped earlier, and we can make chocolate popcorn. So I've got some dark 811 chocolate here of Callebaut. I'm going to sprinkle that with some sea salt and with some Callebaut cocoa nibs. Obviously you can do many varieties with white chocolate with nice freeze-dried pieces, or how about even cocoa powder just with a bit of maybe chili powder in there. So you can see how versatile it is an innovation. So I'm actually going to add some pre-crystallised chocolate to the popcorn, and then I'm going to give that a good stir to make sure I totally coat each piece of popcorn with chocolate.